Hi everyone, welcome back to Tara's Take. So today we're going to do something simple but fun for our junk journals. I have made a couple just a little to show you. Super easy, didn't recreate the wheel on these at all, okay? These are just going to be little corner tuck, well, you know, in the title I told you it's corner tuck bookmarks. Okay, and I was thinking as I was looking and doing these, they stay really well on the corner here. If you want them to be up a little bit at the top, because we're going to glue these shut. Now we could also do, we could do a mitered corner and have them tuck all the way down like this on both sides, like all the way to the edge. However, you know, I like tabs and stuff, so I kind of like things sticking out and up off my page or even at the bottom. I like lace, I like ruffles, I like pages, tabs, you know, anything sticking up out of the journal a little bit just to differentiate from the page. So I think it looks cool. But if you don't like that, you could miter these corners, tuck it in, and leave this completely open on the inside, you know, because it would be glued to like its little flap that folds in. This one, I'm just showing you an example, is if you put it, can you guys see, am I in the right spot? Or I'm holding it way up too high and you can't even see what I'm doing. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to bring this out just a wee bit so I have a room to move around. So if you look here, this is the side that's glued. So if you put it on the page on the side here, this can be tucked right to the edge. And this, of course, will stick out, and in your journal, it looks kind of cute. Let me show you. I'm going to grab my little waterfall journal I've been playing with and trying to finish. And so what I'm talking about is this could go on this page, and it would stick out, okay? Or if you wanted to, you can put it up here, and it would stick out off the top, see? And be flush to the edge of the page. So that's what I'm talking about. If you don't want anything to stick out, then you could miter it. Okay, so what I used to do mine, and I thought would be a nice little way to use some of this paper up, I have all these small Paper Studio books that have all kinds. Okay, I'm probably not going to use this one. This one is actually adhesive. It's got adhesive on the back, but let me put that to the side. But like, I've got these really cool map ones, and then I have this real pretty miniature, you know, I have the 12 by 12 of this, and then I have this 6 by 6, and just beautiful paper. And then I have these flowers, and I was thinking, you know, they would be a good way to use them. But I also used a piece of just a fussy cut piece, and it has a cross on it, and I glued that one at the top here and made one. Let's see, I'll grab my little piece, my little example, and that fits right like there, see? So you can even use like rectangles, squares, you could probably use circles and make it into a half circle and like tuck it on there. If you don't have smaller papers like this and you just have some fussy cuts, you know, use those. Pick some cute ones, fold them in half, and glue them down, and voila, you've got your bookmark. So let's get started. I'm just going to grab a couple of pieces of paper. And then at the end, like we do, we'll probably decorate. This one's nice. I like this brown. Yeah, I loved this book so much when I bought it, and I've just not used it. A lot of my stuff that I'm pulling out, I had just started, like I've told you all, on my junk journal journey. Oh, this one's cool. And I really, oh, I like that one too. Oh, too many. Too many to choose. Let's see. You know, and I had just started, like I said, and I really just was finding my way, and I was buying and getting and collecting and saving, and it's kind of funny because now I'm like, okay, I haven't even looked at this or that or the other in like the whole year and a half that since I bought it. So yeah, not necessarily a good thing. And we tend to do that, I think, well, at least I do, when I start with something and I'm really super, I like that one, really super excited about it. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna, you know, oh, that would be good. That would be good. That would be good. Everything I see would be great for what I'm doing, and I end up overdoing it. Are you guys like that at all? Show of hands. Be honest. Tell me if you are, because it'll make me feel better that I'm not the only one that kind of loses herself in new projects. And yeah, these are all so pretty. And I'm only taking like a little bit from, since I have the other purples, I think I'll do this green. Look at that one. You know what? I'm going to do what I have with what I have right now, and then we'll do more if I have time. These are super simple. So, okay, so this has writing going up and down. And if I fold it this way, okay, it's going to, one side's going to be upside down. So if I cut it instead this way, and you know what, for these I think I will use my cutter, my smaller one. Every time I use these, I think, thank you, Pam. She got me these smaller cutters than my big guillotine, so I can pull them out easily and use them. I sure appreciate it. Okay, so I think, how big do I want it? Well, these are, what are these guys? Let me look real quick. These are 4.5 by 6.5. So I guess since it's 4.5, I'd do 2.25 would be halfway. And that would be a good size too. And then I probably will only do it about, I was thinking maybe I should do one with the miter, and then that way you guys could see what I'm talking about. Let me do that real quick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a piece of paper first that I can, because you will be able to see on the inside of these. Let me use my oxide instead. You'll be able to see on the inside of these because of the fact that, you know, they're only glued on one side. So I'm just going to darken the inside. You know how I am about that. Don't like the white. If you want, you could put down some decorative paper or some coffee dyed paper, or of course some book page. That would look cute on the inside of your bookmark, because they're going to be moving this around the journal, or you are if you're keeping it for yourself, and you're going to be able to see it. So you know what I mean? Okay, so this is right side up. I think I'm going to do this one from the top, of course, because I don't think anybody, well, I guess people might want to put a bookmark at the bottom of their page. If you do, that's okay. And you could do it from the bottom and have it glued so that it, oopsie, so that it would hit the bottom, like, you know, that would look kind of cute, I guess. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and, since, let's see, how much of this do I want to keep? Don't need the whole thing. I think I'll cut it down about it. Let's see, is this here? I think I'll cut it about right there. Put this in my scrap heap over here in the side, and I'm going to go ahead and fold this in half. Now I haven't tried this I haven't tried this beforehand, so hopefully I'm doing it right. And I'm going to just open that up, trim this corner off very slightly, and then I'm going to trim, because I don't want both of these in there, I'm going to trim one down on the line here. Okay. And then we're going to put a touch of glue right here. I cleaned my glue, you guys, just for you. Well, for me too. It's driving me nuts. I cleaned that. I cleaned my other bottle and my Aleene's. So all of them are ready to go. Nice, huh? This is a little bit crooked, but I did do it correctly. So here's what we were looking at. Watch. So now, because you mitered that and you have that flap inside there, the entire pocket is open and it's flush on the top and on the side. So when you put it on your book, boom. Okay? If you don't want to miter it and you don't mind it sticking out, I'll show you what we're going to do. Grab the other page from this. I like this map. It's pretty. It's a cool one. We're going to fold it again. This time I think instead of putting a fold in the center there, I'm going to do it right here so I can save some of this paper from my scrap box and not have a big fold in it or have it cut way down. Okay. Now, this one is not going to be mitered. I like the imprint on the back of this paper. It's pretty cool. Kind of looks like a computer type technology thing. Okay. Now, what I was saying before about having them at the bottom, if at this stage you wanted it to be at the bottom, you would just either do your fold up from the bottom, or you would and miter it, or do your glue at the bottom. And then you would be putting it, you know, like this at the bottom of the page. Totally up to you. I mean, you know, it's fun to be different and have things different. We know that. People love that. So I am going to put it at the top. Make sure I'm on the right side. And you need a very, very thin line of glue because, of course, it will spread. And I'm just going to pinch that shut. All right. And then what I was doing, and I've got all of my little decorative scissors here. And so I was going to try, let's see, I'm going to use this one. Let's go. I'm going to go that way. And I thought it'd be fun on some of them, you know, maybe not all of them. Some of them you might want to put some lace on the edge and you don't need to do anything like this. But I just thought this looked kind of cute. Oops, these are sticking on me. There we go. Just to give you a little design. Okay, and then it's on your page. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so that's what we're doing. Super simple. I'm going to make quite a few of those, I think. And I have, it's another thing, you know, it's funny. I said this yesterday about the bookmarks. This is another thing that I really have never done in my journals. And I've seen them done. I know Tina had a video with these, and I've seen other people make bookmarks. Not a big deal. I'm definitely not reinventing the wheel here, that's for sure. But, you know, just something I've never done. So it's new for me. It's not new for anyone else, but it's new to me. It's kind of like buying a new car, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So since these are all maps and they all have writing on them, I'm going to go in and I'm cutting them in half, and I'll just make 2 of each. And that mitering one was pretty easy. I might do that a couple of more times too. Now this page is, these pages are 6 by 6. So I think I'll just go ahead and make 3 each at 2 inches. And because of the way the print is, I don't really need to worry on this one what direction I'm going or anything. And then on this one, oh, she's so pretty. She's pretty. Let's see. How about we do one at 3 inches and we make this one a little bigger. This will give me more room to decorate on. Because yes, we are decorating on these. Yes, 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 we are. Okay. So let's make one of these pretty ones here. Where's my little book page? What'd I do with it? I've still done pretty good about not totally dingying up my green board here. I have a little bit on the edge, but for the most part, I have done well for myself. I think that one that I cut into 3 inches, I will do as a, what do you call it? The miter type. I think I'll do that because it's a little taller. I'll be able to do that. Now you can make these as big or as small as you want. Totally up to you. You know. Oh, and you know what I did today, you guys? Well, no, that's not right. It's yesterday. I did it yesterday and the day before. I had such a good paper dyeing sessions. I had taken, Walmart had avocados on sale the other day. So I was like, oh, you know, I'll get me some. And I bought 6 of them and I made guacamole with them. And I took, and of course, on my lovely... with my lovely peels and seeds, I boiled them up. You know what? I'm going to try. I'm going to go ahead and, sorry, I just had a thought. I think I'm going to do a little bit different color on the inside here. But yeah, I did my lovely dyeing of avocado, which was so fun. And what I did was I was so busy, you know, kind of with Cordy and stuff being home, that I left it sitting. Okay, I boiled everything for probably, I don't know, I cooked it for probably 45 minutes to an hour. And then I let the avocado peels and the seeds stay in the pot all day. Okay, and it cooled off. They got to sit in there and soak and soak and soak. Well, at the end of the day, I went ahead and put them in the water, and then I left them overnight. Okay, I don't usually do that. I think Natasha does, sometimes has mentioned, I think, stuff like that, leaving them in there for a really long time. But I left them in there overnight, and then the next day I got up and I put them out and let them dry. Oh, you guys, they were so pretty. It is the, I'll show them to you maybe here in a second. But anyway, and so I did the same thing with my coffee dye, but I did a huge dye job on both. So I have big stacks of, I have a huge, big, thick stack of coffee dye paper now. I love when I have all that done, you know. I don't know about you guys, but I have a tendency to kind of wait until the last second to do that. And yeah, this time I didn't, and I'm so glad. Now I'm looking here really quick. You know what? Oh no, here it is. I was gonna say I wanted to do one with sponge sugar, just because these colors are a little bit different. Thought it would be pretty. Haven't used my sponge sugar in a long time either. Just some light pink on the inside this time. That's pretty. And I'm doing it all the way across. My scrap will have it on there too, but I think later on that'll just be a nice effect to have. Who knows what I'll use it on. But yes, I got all kinds of avocado dyeing done, and you know what I need to get, and I just haven't ever found good deals on them. If you guys know of any place other than Amazon where I can actually get good deals, vinyl placemats and tablecloths where I can actually make, you know, lace. Yeah, I just haven't found any. I mean, I've seen them on Etsy, and I see them, of course, on Amazon, but, you know, I find them to be kind of expensive, and I think it's just because, I mean, these are just plastic. Yeah, and then I check at, like, Goodwill and places like that, and I just haven't run across them yet. When I do, I'll get some, but, yeah, it's kind of a bummer because I really do want to do some lace paper. Yeah, I have a lace kit for a digi in my shop, but that's actually from a lace antique lace blanket, and it's picture, you know, I scanned it into my computer and saved them and made them into different shots of, you know, that blanket, and it's pretty, you know, like that. But I'm talking about, you know, having the prints with the dye and everything. I think it looks so cool. I'm sure a lot of you do too. So yeah. Okay, this one I'm going to miter. And what color? I think I'll do the purple again. the grape. What is it? Dusty Concord. Yeah. Yep, I'm going to do this one with the full. So let me know if you guys, end up doing these with me, okay? Okay. Hope you enjoyed today's devotion. I'm recording this, I'm recording this on, let's see, what's the date today? The 4th. This is going up on Saturday. So I technically have not done today's devotion yet. I've only done up to tomorrow's. I do them a day in advance. I may change that. Right now I'm still fitting it into my routine, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm still trying to figure everything out, but I think it's blessing people, I was telling one of you the other day, you commented, and I was so grateful because you really talked about, where you are and what that devotion meant to you. And for me, that's kind of like makes it more like we're in the same room having this devotion together. We're discussing it, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a good feeling. And if you guys ever want to discuss amongst yourselves our devotion, please feel free to jump on, make comments, talk to each other, because this community it's not just me talking to you guys. It's all of us talking to each other. We're a part of each other's community. You know what I'm saying? And a family. And so, yeah. And I was telling her, I'm really excited because I know that this idea came from the Lord, because I hadn't thought to do the devotions. And then one day I thought about doing the devotions and I mentioned it to you guys and got a really good feedback. But then how it came about that I decided to do them in separate videos is I really believe was from the Lord, because I hadn't had a thought about doing it like that. And then on the 1st of January, and it was the 2nd of January, and I realized I hadn't done the devotions, or no, I'm sorry, it was the 3rd, and I realized I hadn't started the year out with our devotions, and I was like, oh no, I haven't done the daily devotions and the videos for them, and so it was already, I miss telling this story so bad. It was like I had done the videos, for the 1st, 2nd, and I realized when I went to do the video for the 3rd of January that I had not done the devotions, and I had remembered on the 3rd, I need to do the devotion I had talked about doing. And so this was like December, 26th or something, right after Christmas, when I realized, I really like it like that too, when I realized that I hadn't done it, okay? So I believe that it was from the Lord because of the fact that when I realized I hadn't done them, I was like, oh no, I promised the girls and I didn't do them. And I was really bummed because the videos for those days were already finished. And that was when all of a sudden I got the idea, why don't you do them in separate videos? And that way you still get the devotions for that day. And as I thought on it and I dwelled on it, I realized, why don't I just do the devotions as a separate video all the time? And I truly, truly believe that if I hadn't forgotten, it would have taken me a minute to realize to do them this way, but I think it's much more organized, and it gives us the opportunity to not be crafting while we're talking about the word, but to actually be right there in that moment with the word and with the Lord. And so, yeah, I was really excited. So, I was telling her, I truly believe that this whole thing is from God, and that I was meant to do these devotions. And so even if I don't get any feedback from anyone, and even if I don't, even if I was only talking to one person, that day, I would still do these devotions because these are for him. And it is what he wants for us to have, is this time together to just focus in on our needs and on our relationship with Jesus, and focus in on him and spend some time together with him. Yeah. So yeah, I think it's super exciting, and it's super wonderful to me for you guys to actually give me feedback. And then, like I said, if you guys want to comment to each other and bless one another and encourage one another, well, praise the Lord. It'll be like we're having a worldwide Bible study. I mean, really? That's so awesome. I had a lady, one of you told me, and you'd never commented before, and you said, and you were such a blessing to me, and you told me, you imagine every time that I'm doing this, you've been imagining that we're all together in a prayer circle. And I love that idea. I was like, yes, yes, that is exactly what we are. We are together, united in a prayer circle, in a word devotion together, you know, blessing our Lord and blessing one another. Woo! It's glory filled. It is glory filled. So yeah, I love it. I even went in and changed my channel description today so that it would line up with what we're doing, because I want people that are coming new to the channel to know that this is a Christ-focused channel. It's a Christian crafting channel, and that, you know, there's going to be discussions and there's going to be devotions, and I put that in. And it's an opportunity for people who don't necessarily want to participate in the devotions, but want to participate in the crafting. You know, you don't have to go watch the devotions. There's, you know what I mean? You have an option. You have an option. So you don't have to fast forward through the video. And I understand. I understand. So yeah, praise God. All right. So this one, I really love this map. It is so cool looking. And I'm trying to see which side is up. Okay, this is up. Okay. Yeah. I'm like, okay. Now, because these are shorter, I'm not mitering them, but now that I've mitered a couple of those, I do like it like that. It's kind of fun. Okay. So there we go. And you know, I mean, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, what else could we do, you know, with these? I'm trying to think if there was anything interesting other than decorating and stuff. Let me think about it here for a second. Okay. Oh, by the way, I sure would appreciate it if you guys would pray for my father-in-law. We found out he's Courtney's stepdad, but he raised Courtney. Okay, so he's his dad. He was with Tony since he was like 2 years old, and they've had their rough times in the relationship, so they don't talk a whole lot, but they do love one another. And he's in Georgia, and we found out this last week that he's in the hospital. And so I've been in communication with his nurses and stuff, and they're doing some tests on him, but it is confirmed that he has COVID. And he already was on oxygen. He is 64. Yeah. And he is a smoker, and he's been an alcoholic pretty much his whole life. Okay, so please be praying for him, because, you know, he's got a lot against him right now. And they said he's doing pretty good. They've been testing him, though, for TB. They're not sure if he has it, because they said that anyone who had that vaccine they used to do prior to, I guess it was it rubella, mumps, the one that had all those, it left a scar on your arm. You guys know what I'm talking about. My year was the year they stopped doing it. When I went in to get it, they were no longer giving it. So that was in I was 4 or 5. So that was like 1970, 71, somewhere in there. And so probably most of you have that scar on your arm. Well, they said because of that vaccination, believe it or not, when you're that young, it's still in your body, and it introduces those, you know, things to your body. And they said it can hinder the TB test and cause it to be false positive. So they have to do like a further blood test with that to make sure that it's not TB that he has. So anyway, yeah, please, if you, like I always say, if you guys pray, please lift him up. His name's Tony. He's a good guy. He's just, you know, he's just had a hard kind of life. He is a believer. You know, he's a believer. He just struggles in life. That's all. Thank you so much for that. See, I love knowing that that you guys are out there and that I can ask, oh, look at that. Stop doing that. That I can ask you guys for prayer. It's the most wonderful feeling to have this group of ladies that will lift up family and be there for each other. It's really a wonderful feeling. Thank you. Okay, I got to stop bending that paper. Ooh, the green looks cool, and it matches. Okay. Yeah, I think these are going to be kind of cute for the... And, oh, and I was thinking, you know what? I could use some of those little bits and bobs that Tina gave us in her miniature, you know, fussy cut kit. They'd be kind of cute for this. So, yeah, I think I might go ahead and, since this one's kind of, I think I'm going to miter this one. Okay, my fingerprint, you see it? Have I been on camera the whole time? Okay, just making sure. I just realized having this paper here kind of helps me stay working in the focus too. Huh? That's not a bad idea. Let me just trim this puppy off. Yeah, these are super easy, right? I cannot remember how I saw Tina's video eons ago, and I can't remember exactly how she did hers. I just remember watching a video about it. They're basically just tuck spots, but because of the way they're done, they're a bookmark, you know. They're a page marker, I would say. Okay, there's that one. I'm almost done with my papers here. Okay. All right. So what's everybody working on? Write in the comments what you're working on and inspire other people. I was hearing Tina say that today, and I realized, you know, I don't really say that to you guys, but it's the truth. If you write, you know, in the comments stuff you're working on, it gives people ideas, you know, other people who are kind of going, you know, not feeling it or whatever, you know. Got that crafter's block, as Courtney calls it. The other day I told him, you know, sometimes I just can't think of something to do for the videos. And he goes, it's okay, honey. You're a writer as well. He goes, you've gotten over writer's block. You can get over crafter's block. I'm like, oh, that's true. That's a good way to put it. So we're going to call it crafter's block. Okay. So in case somebody out there does have crafter's block, yeah, put in the comments what you're working on. I encourage you. Yeah, I'm liking these. They're easy and I don't have to think too hard. And I have a feeling when I decorate them, they're going to be pretty cute. I hope. You know how little things are when you do it. Like the other day when we did the corrugated cardboard, those little snippets came out so adorable. I just can't wait. I actually did put one into my waterfall journal because it's so they're so grungy the way I did them. It looks really cute in there. So, and I know one of you was commenting about where to put them, and I think I mentioned it too. I just usually am so chunky on my journals and stuff that, you know, I don't even think about it too much. Mine are kind of massive when I'm done with them and annoying, and I love them like that. And so yeah, let me see here. Put that back where it goes. Yeah, and I ordered, and I won't get it, but I have some more, a refill on my Vintage Photo ink. I got my Vintage Photo oxide refill bottle, and that's why I'm able to use this pad again, because it's been dead forever. So I was really excited to get that, because you know there's times when you don't want to use ink, you know, you don't want the permanent, you want the oxide, or you want it to be water responsive or whatever. And yeah, so I was glad to get that back again. I think I'm going to make this one a little smaller and narrower, because you guys don't have to make them big and wide like I've been doing. I've been making them kind of wide. Get that folded down so I can trim this right. There we go. This is kind of pretty. Huh. I might have to do some backgrounds like that with some book page. That looks kind of cool. Like fill all this in, but with the edges making the markings, you know? I like that. We like the weirdest stuff, you guys, right? I think it's funny. I also think I'm gonna scan in some of my avocado dyed and my coffee dyed papers and make digis for you guys, in case anybody doesn't feel like avocado dyeing anything, you know, but would like some red pinkish paper. Let me know in the comments below. Is that something you guys would like? I'm probably going to do it, you know, no matter what, because I'm sure there are those out there who do not really necessarily like to coffee dye or really want to avocado dye. And I think there's also those out there, I'm trying to fill this gap in and see how it looks. I think there's also those out there who don't necessarily have the space in their home. You know, I'm very blessed, even though I'm in a small place. I have those extra rooms where I'm able to lay out my paper and dry it, you know, even though I'm just laying it out on the floor. And it makes it possible for me to do, you know, the coffee dyeing, where I know there's probably some people out there who are in a place where they can't really stretch, you know, or spread things out. And I was thinking today when I pulled those up, I was like, oh my goodness, I got some really good prints. I wonder if anybody would want these, you know? I should share these with you guys. So, yep. All right. There we go. And also, you guys, I wanted to tell you thank you so much for those of you who actually like take the time when you're watching the videos to watch the ads on our channel, on my channel. You know, I'm trying to make this my full-time work. Cordy's given me this time to really establish myself. And, you know, YouTubers do not get paid unless their audience watches their ads. And I didn't know this until I watched Barbara on 49 Dragonflies. But, you know, we don't get paid until, you know, you watch like 30 seconds of the ad. And then if you actually click on the ad and go to their website, I guess we get paid a little more. But yeah, I just so appreciate those of you who, I know that there's those that are watching the ads or letting them play a little bit, because, you know, I make a little bit each day, and I'm talking a little bit. It's never going to probably be enough to pay the bills. That's why I've got my Etsy store too. But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you, because I really, really appreciate it. I do. And I wanted to acknowledge to you guys that I do see that there are those who are watching. So thank you for that. thoughtfulness. I know those ads are not necessarily fun, and we remember a time when there were no ads on YouTube and we got to just sit and watch freely and nobody bothered us. But you know, since they do now, I wanted you to know that I appreciate you. So I'm going to grab and I'm going to cut a couple of these on the edge. I don't want to, I'll just, I don't want to cut off all this gold, so I probably won't do those. Let's see. I just think these are kind of cute to have these little edges. Yeah. I like that one. It's kind of a torn look almost. Okay. Just make sure I'm cutting it in the right spot. Knowing me, I'll cut off my glued area and then I'll have to redo it. Let's see. Yeah, that's cute. Now, you don't have to do this by any means, shape, or form, okay? So don't run out and buy scissors just to do something like this. I have these already, and so I just thought it'd be kind of fun to play with them a little bit. I don't use them very often, and I kind of forget they're over here in my desk drawer. And today I was like, oh yeah, I have those. Let's give these a little bit of an edge and see what they look like. This one's like a swirly one. Okay. That one's kind of cool for that one because it's like almost has that look itself, like the you know what I'm saying. The design that's already on there. Okay. And then I'm going to decorate at least one, and I'll probably spend the rest of my day just sitting here fiddling and playing and decorating these and maybe my new pen and pencil holders, because I did not decorate all of those yesterday. I did a few, but I didn't do them all, so those will probably be on my list of things to play. I think, you know, here pretty soon I'm going to have to do, because I have got that big basket full of stuff that we've made together. Well, we did do some decorating in there a few times, but not very much. And yeah, I've got a bunch of stuff in there now. I mean, it's really, really full to the point where I almost can't put anything in there. It's just a big box, cardboard box that I bought with a lid from Hobby Lobby. Or no, I got it from IKEA, and it's just for folders and stuff like that, and it's filled to the brim, and I'm starting to have to pull things in to stick it in there, you know. So we have done some creating this year, you guys. My goodness, this channel has only been here since, well, I started it in May. I think I've told you guys, but if you haven't been around and you don't know the story, I started it in May. I'm just looking at our time. Doing pretty good. And, yeah, it just took off in like June and went wildfire by God's grace. You guys just, you know, have really been amazing. And so in the last, 8 months? 6, 7 months, or 7 or 8 months. Yeah, 7 months. Yeah, I'm counting on my finger. Yeah, you saw me. Yes, I count on my fingers. Do you guys count on your fingers? I'm sorry, but I do. Oh, it's okay. So I'm gonna do something. I think even these little guys would fit on here, kind of cute. Look, if you do them a little wider. Aw, look. They're cute on there. That's sweet. I kind of like that. And then even where the ladies are, they would, and they kind of look like they're standing on this gold, you know? Gosh. I do love me some paper dolls. Thank you, Tim, for those. Let's see. What do I have here? I have these little hand-stamped. I don't even think we have to get fancy, you know what I mean? I think just something simple and fun. I'm looking real quick. I started to say curious because I looked at the word curiosity. I know I had printed or stamped out some. Where are they? Are they on the bottom? Probably. All right. Where are you? I had printed out or stamped out some that said, here they are, Prayer Warrior. I was thinking, oh, it's a little bit big. Yeah, it's a little bit too big. Curiosity, cute. Oh, that's cute right there. Cute. Or should we do beautiful? They're beautiful. Or we could do unique. They just look kind of cute on there. I don't know. I like them on there. Okay, we don't want to start doing that with, okay, with our distressing here. You know, I'm looking at this paper, and I'm thinking that if I had the right book page, you know, that I wanted to use and did it specifically for this, and like, I think I might really like that. I might do a video with you guys on that. Kind of making the, I don't want to get off fancy and say it wrong, but like the geometric shape, like the shapes, like the angles. I'll say it like that. The angles with the different colors, you know, overlapping each other and stuff. I think that that would be a really pretty background on some vintage book page. Okay, so I'm going to, because I think I'm probably going to have this so that it goes this way. So I'm going to make this the front. Okay. Plus I like the way the gold is there. Can you guys see how it almost looks like they're standing on golden pavement? I like that. So bring them down enough to where they're actually on there. And then looking here real quick. I was thinking that some of this pink might be cute. And let me look here. All right. I'm just looking in my words here. You guys see them, right? My little basket. I was trying to find one that kind of suits these young ladies. Oh, you know what? You know what? I just printed out some freebies. Let me see if there's anything on here. From Rach and Bella Craft. Ah, it's over here. Just one second, guys. Let me get to my printer and see if there's anything on here. Yeah, we got, these are for the new year. I got some words right here that I think look pretty good. We got resolutions, new beginnings, positive. I think I'm going to do new beginnings. Okay. And I'm just going to kind of weave my cut a little bit so that it kind of looks a little bit off. I'm not going to tear it, but kind of make it look crooked. Okay. And And then, of course, now after we do this distressing, we're going to have to do a little bit of gold, especially because there is gold on this paper. Okay. All right. Yeah, I really am excited about these little guys because I don't think you have to get very complicated. You can just kind of have some fun with it, you know. So we're going to put new beginnings, and then let's see if I can get some bling on there anywhere. Let me look real quick here. Oopsie. And let me just move these because they're in my way. I've talked to you guys about my small space and the fact that if I don't put things away, then I just end up piled up really quick. And I don't want you guys having to stare at a pile of stuff when I'm doing the decorating on something. So stop it. Come in. There. I'll be a good girl and even put the lid back on it. There. Okay. So anyway, what I was thinking was to put either kind of put this at a corner. I also have them in gold. Let's see, maybe I should use the gold. I don't want to use too much, but I love pink. And it goes, the pink kind of goes, you know, too, so. Because the paper is purple, pink, and all those sweet colors. And I haven't been using my bling, and I miss it. I didn't use as much at Christmas and Thanksgiving, and I have missed my regular day-to-day supplies that I love so much. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. I had a double print job earlier. I had printed on the wrong side of my matte paper. Duh. And ended up with everything printed like the wrong way. Now also I wanted to point out, you can decorate both sides of these. So that'll be really, really cute idea as well. Okay. And since these are sticking out some, I'm just gonna, there. That way, kind of aged it a little bit. I don't know, it probably will just be the tops of their heads that'll be sticking out. I'll wipe that, oopsie. I'll wipe that off in a second. I hope you guys don't hear my neighbor. He keeps slamming again. I don't know what he's doing. He gets outside and he starts fiddling around, but he just slams and slams for no reason other than he just doesn't care that there's neighbors might be listening. He doesn't care that we're on video. Okay, and then I am gonna put a little blingage like right there. Where's my tweezers? I need a pair of tweezers here. So I'm gonna put one right here. And then I think I will put one over here in this corner. And I'm not sure yet if I will decorate both sides of these or not, but I might. So there we go. New beginnings. And there's our girls out there looking all fly in their little hats. Let me grab my journal so you can see how to look on a page. Let's see. Oh, we'll put it, no, that page. Let me just put it right here. There we go. Pretty, right? And it stays really well. It's, you know, nice and sturdy. And yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and that you make some of these fun little bookmarks. Or I should say page savers. And if you do, let me know. Okay? I love you guys. God bless you. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.